140 passengers sitting on an American airline noticed that even after 15 minutes of the takeoff, the plane is not gaining much altitude. Just when the passengers were noticing this, all of a sudden the pilot rang the announcement bell. Soon after, the pilot broke a critical news to 140 passengers. Welcome you all again to the Discovery Chronicle. On 21 September 2005, the flight of American Airlines JetBlue Flight 292 was ready for departure from the Californian city of Burbank. Carrying 140 passengers and 6 crew, the Airbus A320 departed Burbank at 3:17 p.m. The aircraft, which was built in 2002, bore the tail number N536JB and the name Canyon Blue. It was scheduled to fly 2,465 miles to John F. Kennedy International Airport. Just 15 minutes later, all the passengers noticed that the plane is not gaining much altitude. Soon, Captain Scott made an announcement where he said, "We are facing technical difficulties." Listening to this, all the passengers got panicked. The situation was grievous. Half an hour passed since the plane took off, but still, it was flying over California. Again, the pilot announced that we are getting some warning signals from the landing gear. Even the pilot had no clue about these warning signals. After takeoff from Burbank, the pilots could not retract the landing gear. They then flew low over Long Beach Municipal Airport in Long Beach to allow officials in the airport's control tower to assess the damage to its landing gear before attempting a landing. It was found that the nose wheel was rotated 90 degrees to the left, perpendicular to the direction of the fuselage. The control tower gave the captain another bad news. They informed him that local news channels of Long Beach have recorded the landing gear footage of Flight 292, and now it is being broadcasted live on the American news channels. Not only that, the passengers would see this news on their TV sets. It has been 50 minutes since the JetBlue flight took off, and the plane was continuously circling over California. There was no way to turn the landing gear. If the aircraft is attempted to land in this situation, the fire resulting from the friction might reach the fuel tank, and it can have dangerous consequences. Rather than land at Long Beach Airport, the pilot in command diverted to Los Angeles International Airport. In order to take advantage of its long, wide runways and modern safety equipment, the pilots flew the aircraft, which can carry up to 46,860 pounds of aviation fuel, in a figure-8 pattern between Bob Hope Airport in Burbank and Los Angeles International Airport for more than 2 hours in order to burn fuel and lower the risk of fire upon landing. This also served to lighten the plane, reducing potential stress on the landing gear and dramatically lowering landing speed as well. The Airbus A320 does not have the mechanical ability to dump fuel, despite various news agencies reporting that the aircraft was doing so over the ocean. Because JetBlue planes are equipped with direct TV satellite television, passengers on Flight 292 were able to watch live news coverage of their flight while the plane circled over the Pacific for hours. The in-flight video system was turned off well before landing. Actress Taryn Manning was on the flight on her way to New York to promote the film Hustle and Flow. Screenwriter Zach Dean was also on the plane. Emergency services and fire engines were standing by on the Los Angeles International Airport ramp ahead of the landing. The plane landed on runway 25L. The nose gear generated sparks and flames when it touched down, but the plane was otherwise undamaged. To keep the nose gear off the ground as long as possible, reverse thrust was not used to slow the aircraft. As a result, the plane took longer than usual to decelerate, coming to a stop at 6:20 p.m., just 1,000 feet before the end of the 11,096-foot runway. Finally, the pilot made the front landing gear to touchdown. As soon as it touched the ground, the landing gear caught terrifying fire due to friction. The fire was so severe that passengers inside also felt the heat. But soon, everything became quiet, and the plane came to a halt. It was that moment when the pilot, crew, passengers, and entire America watching the events live got a sigh of relief, and one by one the passengers were evacuated. The friction was so severe that the wheel of the front landing gear got halved. During the investigation, it was found that the lock present in the front landing gear which prevents the wheel from spinning. As the lock got broken, the landing gear turned 90 degrees soon after the takeoff. Because of the pilot's extraordinary skills, not a single person got any injury. Los Angeles Fire Dept. Battalion Chief Lou Rupoli said,
"The pilot did an outstanding job. He kept the plane on its rear tires as long as he could before he brought the nose gear down."
Hope you will like and share this video.